Hello and welcome to my first video. This is my very first video, so hopefully the quality is not too terrible. I know the lighting's a little weird. As you can see behind me, I'm sitting in my ghetto kitchen. So yeah, I hope this doesn't suck too bad. But really the purpose of this video is not to... it doesn't have to be great quality, it's just I'm trying to show you the technique of what you need to do, and that's really the thing to focus on. So if it doesn't look great, at least you'll get the technique down. So what am I talking about? This is highlighting and contouring. It happens to be my very, very favorite thing to do. I think whenever I learned it, it was like, it was amazing. I'd never done it before, and I started probably a year ago maybe, and I mean it's life-changing. I'm serious. It really is. I mean, it will change the way you look. So anyways, if you already know how to do this, obviously this video is pointless, but if you don't, and I'm hoping you don't, hopefully I can teach you. So anyways, the whole purpose of highlighting and contouring is to create shadows and light. Shadows add depth and definition, and light adds, I don't know, I don't really know exactly what it adds, but I guess it makes you focus, you know, your eyes are drawn to where the light is, and it makes it kind of pop out. And so anyways, the key to highlighting and contouring is you want to highlight your cheeks so that you, basically what I do is I suck at my cheeks and then highlight in there, because you want to define your cheekbones. You can see right now I do not have any highlighting and contouring done. I'm just wearing a regular BB cream, nothing else. So you know, my cheeks, I have okay cheekbones, but my cheeks aren't really defined. Once I contour, they will be much more defined. Another good place to contour is your jawline, especially if you have a double chin. I don't really have a double chin right now. Sometimes I do. I'm trying to diet, so it's going away a little bit. But if you want to go on your jawline, that's a good part, and then match your neck. Another place is under your lip, and then if you have a larger forehead, you can go across the top to kind of bring it in. My forehead isn't too large, but I always do the temples. So you do kind of just the outsides of your face, really. Here, your cheekbones, under your lip, kind of in that crease on your chin, and then your neck to match. That's the contour. And then the highlight you do in what could be explained as a triangle. So kind of here, this area is where you want the light to come in. Anyways, so it's probably easier for me to show you than just to blab about it, because I'm just kind of going on and on. So, okay, I'll show you what I do. So first, you want to get a highlighting, actually sorry, I'm gonna kind of move my hair. Looking good. You know, I really thought my eyebrows looked good today, actually, and in the mirror they did, but now that I'm looking at this video, I think my eyebrows look whack, so sorry about that, but it's the wonders of film. Okay, anyways, you need a highlighting, or I'm sorry, you need a contouring powder if you want to contour, and you don't have to get anything special. The key is to get something that is not shimmery. If you get something shimmery, it's just gonna look, you'll look like a crazy fairy. It's not a good look. I've tried it, and you don't want to do that. So key is matte, no shimmer. I use a Hula powder by Benefit. It's a bronzer. Bronzer is one of the more popular things to use as a contouring powder. Other people might use like an eyeshadow, grays, sort of browns, but it more of an ashy color. That's the key. The ashier the better, and no no shimmer. So this is what I'm going to use to contour. I do it my own way, you know, I'm used to doing it every day, so I kind of have my own, you know, weird way of doing it. I'm not saying that you have to do it this way, I'm just kind of trying to show you the technique, and then you can put your own spin on it. So first, for the cheekbones, I like to use the brush that came with the hula powder. It's this little weird brush, but it works really good for kind of getting in your cheekbones. So first I'm going to do that. So I get a little on my brush, and I'm not going to talk while I do this because I like to suck in my cheeks when I do it, so I kind of see, you know, my cheekbone where it is, if you can see it under all there, and where it needs to be defined. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it, shut up, and let you see. It was weird. I just went to do it and I realized that it's opposite from what I'm seeing right now on this camera. So I was really confused when I went to my face and I saw the opposite cheek on the camera, if that makes sense. I'm not used to doing my makeup in a camera, so it's kind of weird. Okay, so like I said, this is really weird, but I don't even know how to turn it on that one. You can kind of see just kind of the motion. Just really trying to bring out those cheekbones. I put a lot on, you know, whatever. You don't have to, I do. Okay, so there's the cheekbones. I'm gonna do the jawline. You know, doing the neck to match. Another thing is that at first you might kind of feel like you look a little dirty, and I kind of look dirty right now, but we're gonna blend, so don't worry. Okay, next I'm going to do my temples. Like I mentioned, a lot of people will do up here. I do not. I feel like it makes my forehead look a little weird, so I do my temples. Just kind of brush a little on there. Okay. Next I do my chin. Just kind of. Oh, and you know what? I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you what brushes I'm using. I don't really use anything real specific. I have these brushes from Sephora that I love. It just came in like a little travel case. It was like a gift set. This is the powder brush from Sephora. You know, you can use whatever you want. I like these brushes a lot, so that's why I use them. Okay, next is the nose. I think I forgot to mention that earlier, but this is a really cool trick. A lot of people don't like their noses. You know, mine is a little crooked, if you can tell. I can tell. You know, you might have a bump, you might think it's too wide, whatever. This can fix it. So anyways, here, it's actually an eyeshadow brush, an angled eyeshadow brush, but it works great for your nose, so I like to use it. And okay, so what you're gonna do is gonna get a little on your brush, and you're just gonna draw a line. It's really hard for me to do with this camera. I hope I don't screw it up. Okay. So you want to draw a line down the side of your nose. And you can make your nose as thin as you want to go, whatever you want to do. You can, you know, position the line accordingly. If you want it thinner, make it go more in your nose. If you don't, just kind of follow, you know, that side of your eye and just come straight down your nose. You know, try to get even with the center of your nostril. This is the hard side. Wait, sorry. This is really hard to do. Okay. I think I kind of screwed that up. So anyways, I like to go over it a couple times and then I'll blend so it won't look crazy. But anyways, you just want to go down the side of your nose. And then another trick, again, we're gonna blend. Like I was saying, another trick is to put some on the end of your nose. If you have, you maybe feel like, you know, you got too big of a nose ball or it's pointy or something, you put some on the end and it'll kind of make it look like your nose stops. And so, you know, if you want it to look higher, you stop it a little bit higher, lower, stop a little bit lower. That makes sense. I just you kind of bring it to a point. So you see, like, I go from the center of this nostril across this one, sort of bring it to a point. Okay, so next we are going to do the crease of your chin, like I mentioned, and this is to kind of pooch your lip out. If you run it in here, it will kind of pop your bottom lip out, you know, because this looks sunken in, so your lip is going to look like it sticks out more. Anyway, so now I just I'm going to blend a little bit. So just, you know, smash it around, blend it in. I'm going to use this fluffy brush again and kind of go over it. I don't have any powder on it, I'm just kind of trying to blend. Okay, and then the nose, this is a really important one. You definitely want to blend this, because if you do not, it'll just look like you have a line drawn down your nose, and then your secret will be given away. You want people to think this is just your nose. Okay. You see that? I don't know if you can tell, honestly. I'm just so disappointed by my terrible makeup application via camera lens that I don't even know if it looks right, but you see, so I thinned my nose out, if you can tell that, and my cheeks, you know, they're a little more defined, but we're not done yet. Okay, so next we want to highlight, and the first thing I do when I highlight is I use some concealer. Why? Well, you want to kind of white out certain areas, make it look lighter, and then we'll go over it with some shimmery highlighter just to give it that iridescent look. This I like. I don't love it, but I like it. It is by Maybelline. I think Magic Lumi is the name. Radiant, whatever. Radiant, I think, is the specific color. At the end of this, I'm gonna put a list of the exact products I use, so you'll know. Okay, so what I do, crank this up, is I'm gonna put it here, I'm gonna make a triangle, basically 2 triangles. We're gonna go down here, up here, and around there. So 2 triangles. That's the first thing I do. Oh no. I'm going all over the place. Alright, so just kind of dot it on. We'll do the other side too. Sorry, I keep going the wrong way. And then you also want it down your nose, which I'm gonna use my finger because I don't want to screw this one up. On your chin, the center of your chin. And then we do a little bit up here, the forehead, and you can, I don't always do this, but this is an area that people do highlight, and it's kind of, you kind of draw some little cat whiskers like this. Okay, got a little much on that side, but oh well. Okay, so now you look crazy and you're done. No, just kidding. You're not done. You need to definitely rub this in so you don't look like you're ready for battle. So there's no science to this part. You want to make sure it's blended. So I just kind of pat it, you know. I don't go too crazy. I just use my finger, pat it, make sure it's blended. Like I said, I got too much on this side. Okay. So now, highlighter. This is my favorite part. I have been highlighting, not contouring, but I have been highlighting forever. Pretty much whenever I started first putting on makeup, I got this high beam. I read that, you know, supermodels used it, and so I thought, oh, well, I'm gonna look like one of those. So I got it, and it didn't make me look like one, but I've always loved it. It's a really great highlighter. Again, it is High Beam by Benefit. This was my favorite highlighter until about a month ago when I got What's Up by Benefit. This one is hands down the very best highlighter I've ever used. I mean, this is amazing. Just like highlighting and contouring, this product is amazing. It will change your life. Yeah, it will. I put it on and I was just shocked. I mean, the other one works really well, but it gives you more of a pearly finish. This is a really nice champagne color, and I mean, it literally looks like you have someone following you around with like lighting. It's awesome. So if you don't have it, pick this up. I would definitely say you can use whatever products you wanted, like the Hoola powder. You know, you don't have to use that. Use any bronzer you want. Use any brushes you want, but get this stuff. I'm telling you, this is a very, very good product. And did I say it was by Benefit? I think I did. If I didn't, it is What's Up. So, okay, so I'm going to use this. And again, my Sephora brushes. This is just a concealer brush. Does the job. So, I open it up. And when you highlight, like I said, we kind of do a triangle. We sort of did it with the concealer. You know, we did sort of under the eye, and we made two little triangles on our face. Then we did the chin up here and down the nose. And so now we're just gonna kind of do that same thing with highlighter. So we're gonna add in one part we didn't put concealer on, and that is above the eye, your brow bone. You always want to highlight that no matter what. Even if you don't want to spend the time in the morning highlighting and contouring your whole face, that's fine, but please highlight above your brow. Just do. I mean, you should do it every day. It makes your eyes look brighter, it brightens up your whole face. It's just the thing to do. So if you don't do anything, do that. Okay, so anyways, here's what it looks like. See, it's even pretty in the package. Okay, so anyways, I put a little bit on my brush like this, and then I'm just gonna go on my brow bone. You see that? Oh, it's amazing. Already. Love this stuff. Okay, other one. And you know what, I forgot to mention, we're going to do the corners of the eyes as well. It's another place you always want to highlight. I'll change what I said earlier. If you're not gonna do anything, at least highlight brow bone and corners of your eyes. So do that. Okay, and now we are going to take some, we're gonna run it down our nose. And that's really all I use the brush for. The rest you can actually just apply it straight to your face. And it's got this nice little spongy smudger, and so I kind of use that to blend it in. Some on your chin. See, I've been crazy, look at that. Okay, then we did the nose, now we're gonna go kind of up onto the forehead like we did with the concealer. I'm just blending right now. Okay, and now we're gonna do the cheekbones. Oh, you know what? I forgot blush. I'm sorry. See, this is my first one, so figures that there would be some hiccups. Forgot to put on blush, so that's okay. This is like real life. Some mornings I'm about to be done and I realize I didn't do blush, or I forgot to put on, I don't know, I forgot to do my eyebrows. I don't know. So, this is a real life crisis. Okay, so I'm gonna do my blush real quick before I do the final highlighter. It doesn't really matter the order, honestly. Some people like to do blush first and then contour and then highlight. That's fine. I like to contour then blush. No, let me take that back. I like to contour, the concealer, then blush, then highlight. Whatever, we're doing it backwards today, that's fine. Okay, so the blush, I don't know if you care what blush I'm using, but I'll tell you in case you do. I don't know the name, but if you have this, it's a Sephora brand blush. It's in this box. If you happen to have gotten the Sephora case, it's filled with all kinds of eyeshadows, blushes, everything. If you happen to have gotten it, then you will have it. Otherwise, I don't know what to tell you as far as the color goes, because it doesn't say the color, and I don't know what it's called. It's kind of it's a pinkish, coralish color. Oh, I didn't even show you the color. Alright. So, okay, there's inside. And you see that middle one? That one. Okay. So, the brush I'm using for the blush is actually not a Sephora brush. It's Trina Tarantino. And these were actually really expensive. But it's very, very soft, and I like the pink, so I got them. But any brush will do. Well, not like a hairbrush, but you know. Okay, so I have to smile, just like I have to suck in my cheeks when I contour. I have to smile really stupidly whenever I put on blush, so excuse me. Can laugh while I'm doing this. Wow. I go a little heavy-handed on blush. I love blush. And yeah, so if you think it looks a little too pink, well, I don't care. Okay, so now, last but not least, we're gonna highlight the cheekbones. So basically, you're just gonna go on top. I mean, you know where your cheekbone is. Gonna kind of dab it on there. And I go as far over as like here. I mean, you don't want to get up in here, that just looks weird, too much shimmer, but kind of here over to outside of the eye, kind of end of the eyebrow. And then I just want to blend it do the other side. And there you have it. That is highlighting and contouring. I don't know if it really worked as great as I would have liked it to. Like I said, I'm not used to doing makeup like this. It's very weird. If it was in the mirror, it would look a hell of a lot better, but I think it's okay. I think hopefully you get the idea. Just kind of to recap what we did, we get a matte colored, what's the word I'm thinking of? Contouring powder, I guess. So you can use a bronzer, you can use an eyeshadow, just try to get an ashy color that somewhat matches your skin color. Obviously it needs to be a little bit darker, but don't get like a really weird color. I mean, you can use grays, browns, don't use shimmer, that's a big key. And then you want to go in your cheeks to follow your cheekbone, and then you want to go on your jawline, your chin, kind of, go down on your neck a little bit to match, and then you can follow it on around if you want to, across your forehead to your temples. Like I said, I don't do the top of my forehead, but I do my temples. And then the best part is your nose. You want to get a little bit and, run 2 straight lines down either side of your nose. If you want your nose to be thinner, go in a little bit more. If you don't, then just kind of follow the natural line that would be if you had one straight down the middle of your nostrils. Make sure you don't do too much on the nose. I think maybe I did get a little too much on mine, and there's nothing worse than looking really obvious, having some weird brown stuff on your nose. It doesn't look good. So really be careful when you do it and make sure to blend. And then after we do that, we want to get some concealer, and we want to do the triangle, which is right there. So we make 2 little triangles on our face, and then we blend it in. We put some on our chin, we blend it. We go straight down the center of the nose, make sure you don't do the sides and cover up your contouring. Just go straight down the center and then kind of up here. And then we did some little whiskers down here. I don't always do that, but that is kind of another, say, a larger triangle that you're trying to highlight. Let's see what else. Okay, then we don't forget our blush. We do our blush after our concealer, and then we use a highlighting liquid like High Beam or What's Up. And my husband's laughing at me right now. He is. Okay, anyways, and then you put it on your brow bone and the corner of your eyes, down the center of your nose, up onto your forehead a little bit, center of your chin, and then your cheekbones. And, from about here to about the outside of your eye. Okay, so that's it. I hope you liked it. Hope it wasn't too weird. Hope you could follow it. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. So that's it. I'll see you later.